alarm clock before the sunrise, coffee strong, boots still wet. Another day on borrowed strength, another promise to forget. The world don't hand out mercy, it just takes what it can take. I learned that lesson early with every ache. I watched my daddy bend his back for $1 and a dream. Said, son, don't wait on luck, ain't nothing what it seems. So I clocked in every morning, rain, dust, heat, or cold. Yeah, I work my hands to the bone just to keep my soul. I work my hands to the bone for a life that won't slow down. Paid my dues in sweat and silence, kept my feet on solid ground. I didn't ask for easy answers or a throne, I just wanted something honest. So I work my hands to the bone. Every scar tells a story that I never wrote down. Every callus is a memory of staying, not backing out. I've been passed by faster dreams and men with cleaner shoes, but I sleep good at night knowing what I choose. There were nights I missed my children, missed the way my home felt warm, missed the chance to say I'm tired while the world kept pushing on. But I showed up when it mattered, did the best I've always known. Yeah, I traded time for honor, working hands to bone. I work my hands to the bone when quitting crossed my mind, held the line when hope felt thin and strength was hard to find. I don't shine like polished silver or gold stone, but there's pride in every wrinkle from working hands to bone. If I leave this world tomorrow, I won't leave it owing lies. I paid my way with effort, not excuses or alibis. Let the rich keep their comfort, let the lucky roll the dice. I'll take a tired kind of peace, earn the hard way twice. To the bone, and I do it all again for the right to stand up straight and call myself a man. I don't need a bigger story carved in stone, just remember I stood my ground and worked my hands to the bone. I packed my doubts in cardboard boxes, left them by the door. Every dream I couldn't live, I don't need them anymore. Same old town, same old echoes, same prayers in the rain. I was tired of waiting on tomorrow that never came. There's a sunrise in my windshield that I've never seen before. Every mile feels like a heartbeat, every doubt a little sore. I don't know what waits ahead of me, but I know why I ran. Sometimes you gotta lose your footing just to find where you stand. I'm running toward a different sky, where my name don't feel the same, where the past don't hold me hostage and regret don't call my name. I'm chasing hope with open eyes and faith I've never tried. Yeah, I'm running toward a different sky. There's a voice inside my silence says don't look back this time. Every scar I ever earned is a reason to survive. I've worn guilt like it was armor, let fear ride my disguise. But I'm done with all the versions of the man I tried to hide. I've seen love fall like a house of cards, heard goodbye too many times, but I still believe in something, even if it's hard to find. If tomorrow breaks me open, I'll bleed truth, not lies. I'd rather face the unknown than die where hope expires. I'm running toward a different sky, where forgiveness feels real, where the wounds don't ask permission just to finally heal. I'm trading chains for open roads and reasons just to try. Yeah, I'm running toward a different sky. Maybe heaven's just a moment when you finally breathe again, when the weight of all your failures stops calling you a friend. If I stumble in the daylight and fall beneath the sun, at least I'll know I gave my all instead of staying numb. I'm running toward a different sky, where my soul can finally fly, where the man I'm becoming ain't ashamed of the goodbye. If this road leads me nowhere, I'll still thank it for the try, 'cause I found myself running toward a different sky. Yeah, I'm running toward a different sky. City streets are breathing under tired color signs. Every face is passing with a story in their eyes. I blend into the shadows when no one knows my name. Neon lights don't judge me, they just burn the same. I've been wearing my mistakes like a coat I couldn't shed. Every I'll be fine tomorrow still living in my head. I don't need forgiveness from strangers passing by. I just need a moment where I don't have to lie. Neon lights don't judge me, they don't ask where I've been. They don't care about my failures or the shape that I'm in. Under red and blue reflections, I finally feel free. Neon lights don't judge me, they just let me be. I've loved the wrong kind of promises, stayed when I should have gone. I chased applause in empty rooms long after the thrill was gone. But here beneath the buzzing signs, I dropped my worn disguise. For the first time in a long while, I can look myself in the eyes. The night don't need explanations, it listens without reply. Every scar looks a little softer in this borrowed light. I don't know where I'm heading or what tomorrow brings, but right now I'm breathing honest between the flickering things. Neon lights don't judge me, they don't weigh my mistakes. They don't count the times I fail or the wrong turns that I made. In this glow of quiet mercy, I'm learning how to see. Neon lights don't judge me, they just let me be. Maybe daylight will ask questions that I'm not ready to face, but tonight I'll stand forgiven by this ordinary grace. Sometimes healing isn't holy, sometimes it's just relief, finding peace in simple moments where no one judges me. Neon lights don't judge me when the world feels heavy and cold. They remind me I'm still human, not just stories I've been told. If I ever find my heaven, it won't be perfect or clean. It'll look a lot like midnight with neon watching me. Yeah, the night keeps humming softly, and I finally feel seen. The sky was barely waking when I heard the screen door close. Coffee still on the table, your jacket by the stove. You didn't say a word, just left a note with my name. Said, I'm sorry, this is goodbye. Then the whistle came. Your boots were by the doorway, like you planned to come back home. But the bed felt twice as empty when I woke up alone. I stood there in the silence with your letter in my hand, trying to understand the meaning of a love I couldn't stand. She left with the morning train before the sun could rise, took all the words we never said and all the unanswered whys. I watched her disappear like smoke into the rain. Yeah, my heart broke quietly when she left with the morning train. We said love would last forever, Said we'd face it side by side, but somewhere in the waiting, she learned how to hide. I thought staying meant commitment, thought leaving meant defeat, but I guess she found her freedom in the sound of those steel wheels. There's a town down by the station where the nights still call her name. Every train that passes through feels a little bit the same. I still turn when I hear footsteps, still look up when trains complain. Funny how the heart remembers every kind of pain. She left with the morning train, no tears, no last embrace, just a quiet kind of ending time couldn't erase. I stayed standing on the platform, watching hope drift down the lane. Yeah, my world slowed to a whisper when she left with the morning train. Maybe love ain't always breaking, sometimes it just lets go. Sometimes leaving is the only way a heart can finally grow. I don't curse her for the leaving or the choice she had to make. I just wish she'd left a reason instead of this ache. She left with a morning train, but I stayed and learned the truth that you can't beg someone to stay when their heart's already moved. Now every sunrise finds me stronger, though the memory still remains. I learned how to let go slowly, like she left with a morning train. Yeah, the tracks still run behind this town, but I don't chase them anymore. Neon flickers like it's tired, same old song on the jukebox plays. Bartender wipes the counter like he's done 1,000 days. Every stool's got a story, every glass knows my name. This place don't ask questions, it just listens to the pain. I said I'd quit this kind of living, said tonight would be the last. But promises sound different when you're drinking to the past. There's laughter in the corner from people I don't know. Funny how you feel the loneliest in a room that's full of souls. It's the last call at the broken bar. Lights are low, but the truth's too bright. I keep chasing ghosts and whiskey, trying to make it through the night. I don't drink to forget you, I drink to understand who we are. Yeah, I'm learning hard lessons at the last call at the broken bar. There's a mirror behind the bottles, shows a man I barely trust. He's got hope in his right hand and regret collecting dust. I've loved wrong, stayed too long, said words I can't take back. Every choice I ever made is sitting in this glass. The jukebox plays a slow goodbye steel guitar cries low. Sounds like every road I took that I never should have drove. If I stumble out at closing time with my pride torn and scarred, at least I told the truth tonight at the broken bar. It's a last call at the broken bar when excuses all run dry. I stop lying to myself when I look regret in the eye. I don't blame the night or whiskey for the man I'm so far. I just finally listened at the last call at the broken bar. Maybe tomorrow I'll be stronger, maybe I'll finally change, but tonight I sit with honesty and let it call my name. You can't outrun your shadow or drown it in a jar. Sometimes healing starts in silence at a broken bar. It was the last call at the broken bar, but not the end of the road. I left a little lighter than the weight I used to hold. If I ever find forgiveness, it won't come from how far. It'll start with who I was at the last call at the broken bar. Neon face, door swings slow. I step into the dark, but I'm not empty anymore. There's a highway stretching endless under tired yellow lines. I've been chasing something missing since I left it all behind. Every town looks like a promise, every mile feels like a test. I keep driving through the silence with a heart that won't rest. Got a suitcase full of questions and a mirror I avoid. Every dream I ever carried feels heavier than void. I hear your voice in every station, like a song I've always known. But the farther that I wander, the more miles between me and home. There are miles between me and home, and ghost riding shotgun beside. Every wrong turn I ever took still asks me why. I don't know where this road is leading, but I know what I've outgrown. Yeah, I'm learning who I am with these miles between me and home. Neon lights and motel windows blinking like they understand. Every stranger's got a story written deep in calloused hands. I've seen hope in empty glasses, truth in words we never say. Funny how the road teaches lessons you can't learn if you stay. I've loved hard and lost harder, let pride write my goodbyes. I mistook the sound of freedom for the echo of my lies. Now every mile's a confession, every mile feels earned. I keep paying for the bridges I was too young to burn. There are miles between me and home, and regrets I still carry inside. Every sunset in my rear view feels like another goodbye. I don't know if I'll find forgiveness or just with these miles between me and home. If I turn back in the morning, will I recognize that man? Or did the road already change me more than I ever planned? Maybe home ain't just a place or a door I used to know. Maybe it's who I become after letting go. There were miles between me and home, but they taught me how to stand. Every scar became a lesson, every loss shaped who I am. If I ever find my way back, and I won't walk it alone, 'cause I finally found myself in the miles between me and home. Yeah, the road keeps rolling on, but I don't feel so alone. No, I don't feel so alone.